Hello friends, welcome to TechNosit channel. In today's video, we'll be covering what simple notification service SNS is. So today's topic is why SNS features of SNS endpoint protocols and delivery retry. So let's start today's video. Here you can see the picture is pretty similar to what we had in SQS video. Here publisher job is to publish the message to topic and topic will push the message to the subscribers. So publisher is like producer, subscriber is like consumer, and topic is like you, if we talk about the terms in SQS. Endpoint protocols, SNS offers 5-6 options which we can use as a protocol for subscriber. I'll show you. So if we try to create the subscriptions, we need to define the protocol, right? The types of endpoint to subscribe. So these are the options we can use: SQS, Kinesis, Lambda, email, and SNS, SMS, and HTTP. So we have this much of option which we can use. Don't worry, we will also cover this part in demo also. Push base means that when message arrives in topic, then SNS push the message to multiple subscriber, right? Whereas in SQS it was poll based. Consumer job is to pull the message from the queue. Here topic or SNS will push the message to the subscriber, right? Event driven means there would be a requirement that when you want to get notification if any particular event happens. I also show you the example or like a small demo of it. Okay, so we have this bucket in North Virginia region. It's an empty bucket. If I'll open it and go to properties, and if I scroll down, there's an options of event notification, right? So we can create or we can enable event notification. We can give a name of it. However, we are not doing it. I'm just showing you. And here we can define the event times. At what event we want to get notification. If anyone put anything in that bucket, if anyone posts or if anyone copies or if anyone delete anything from this bucket, so we can get notification. Let's say for this example, I'm just selecting it, although I'm not going to perform it. Okay, so here there are multiple options on which event you can specify. So you can select any events on which you want notification. Now here is the destination. So in S3 event notification, there are 3 options: Lambda, SNS topic, or SQS queue. So if you select SNS topic, so you need to provide the topic name, right? Although we haven't created any topic yet, so it won't reflect anything here, right? So but if let's say if you have created any topic, so if you select topic from here, then all the subscriber which you used as a subscription on that topic, they all will be notified when anyone tries to delete or if anyone delete this object from this bucket, right? So this is event driven. Or S3 is just one example I've shown you. Or we can in AWS there are many services like EC2, auto scaling. We can use event driven. So that if we can use SNS in that event, so all the intended group of people will get notification on that particular event. Okay. Fan out notification in SNS. SNS push the message, right, to all or to multiple subscribers, right? However, in SQS, actually in SQS the intent was different because we didn't want multiple consumer to process the same message, right? Because the consumer was processing the message. Here in SNS the intent is different because it's a notification service, so we want the subscriber to get notified, right? So SNS will push the same message to multiple subscribers. Okay, so it's a fan out, right? Okay, so let's move further. In features, first feature is that standard and FIFO topics. So these are similar which we have in SQS. So if you want to preserve the order, go for FIFO, and for rest we can go for standard. The one main point is that if you want to use Amazon SQS FIFO queue, can only be used as a subscription to SNS FIFO topics, right? So if you are using FIFO, then you have to use SQS queue with SNS FIFO topics, right? For rest, we will go for standard. Message filtering. By default, subscriber will receive all messages that are published to the topic. So each subscriber is going to receive every message published to a topic, and sometimes that's not required. We only want to receive a subset of messages, so we can use a filter policy. So subscriber will receive a subset of messages that subscriber wish to receive by applying a filter policy to the topic subscription. I'll explain you by example. Let's assume that subscriber 1 is your administrator email address, and subscriber 2 is your higher management email address, and you have two environment, production and development. So administrator wish to receive notification for both environment, production and development. However, your higher management only concerned about the production environment, so they only wish to receive the notification for production environment. So we can do this with the help of filtering, right? However, we can eliminate this filtering need by creating a separate topic for each condition, right? We can create a new topic, and we can, for production, we can create a new topic, and we can use higher management email address as a subscriber, right? But if you want to use this scenario in single topic, then we can still achieve by using a filtering policy. Message attribute is like data about the message itself. Okay, so we can also filter the message with the help of attribute. I'll show you in demo also. Encryption is the security, right? Amazon will implement server-side encryption to make sure that your message is SNS are not visible as a plain text, so they are always secure when they are at rest. So message durability is SNS stores your message on servers over availability zone for high availability. Let's move further. So these are the endpoints protocols which I've already showed you. We can integrate SNS with lambdas, QS, kinesis, emails, SNS. So these are the endpoint protocols. Let's move further. SNS message delivery retry policy. So when, let's say, your subscriber or your endpoint is not available, so SNS has a different delivery retry policy for each delivery protocol. So what delivery protocol is, SMS, email, and kinesis. These are the delivery protocol, lambda, SQS. Okay, so SNS has a different delivery policy for each delivery protocol. So that means the delivery retry policy for email is different, and delivery retry policy for lambda is different. Okay, so we will check. Don't worry about that. We will go deeper onto that. So, but each delivery policy consists of 4 phases: immediate retry phase, pre-backup phase, backup phase, post-backup phase. I'll show you what these 4 are. So these are the Amazon document, Amazon SMS message delivery retry. So if you go scroll down, then there is an option immediate retry, pre-backup, backup phase, post-backup phase. So for these 3 protocols, these are the policy, or these are the number of attempts, and for these 3 protocols these are the number of tries or attempts. I'll explain. In immediate retry, with no delay, it tries 3 times in case of these 3 protocols. However, for these 3 protocols, SMTP, SMS and mobile push notification, there is no immediate retry because the number of times is 0. In pre-backup phase, it will try 2 times with difference of 1 second, or you can say the delay is 1 second. Okay. In these 3 protocols, in pre-backup phase, number of time is 2. However, the delay will be 10 seconds each, right? In backup phase, which is the third phase, okay, so the count is it will try 10 times, but with exponential from 1 second to 20 seconds, and in this case from 10 seconds to 600 seconds, that is 10 minutes exponential. I'll show you what exponential. So in exponential, you have minimum number of seconds to maximum, right? From 10 to 600. So the delay will increase exponentially. So in first 10, let's say it will try after 1 second, or in second attempt after 5 seconds, third attempt 10 seconds, fourth attempt after 20 seconds, sixth attempt after. So the delay will increase exponentially. In 8 attempt 75 seconds, in 9 attempt after 125 seconds, and in 10th attempt after 250 seconds. So the delay will increase exponentially. And in last stage, which is the post backup phase, it will try 100,000 times with delay of 20 seconds each. Okay, and for these 3 protocols, it will try 38 times with delay of 10 minutes. So you can see in these 4 stages, in first stage the delay is 0. In second stage the delay is minimum, which is the 1 second. And final stage the delay would be maximum, which is the 20 seconds. And in third stage the delay will increase from minimum to maximum exponentially. Okay, let's come back to our slide. So let's assume that even after 6 hours for SMS, after 50 attempts, your endpoint device is still not available. So we can also configure, we can use dead letter. So Amazon SNS dead letter queue is an Amazon SQS queue that we can use as SNS subscription to send messages. Messages are placed in dead letter queue. We can use it also for analysis. But here is one point, that Amazon SNS subscription and SQS queue must reside under the same AWS account and reason. Okay guys, I think I have covered all points about SNS. We will perform the demo in next video. Thank you guys. Please hit the like button and do subscribe my channel. Thank you.